Alright, y'all. Hopefully you followed my directions. You stopped the video. Now we're going to do problem 29. You should have already done it. Let's see if you get the right answer. So the first thing I've got to do is get it equal to 0. So I add 4 to both sides. Negative 14 plus 4 is negative 10. Then I seek to factor it. It doesn't have a GCF because that just leads with a 1. It's not a PST because that's not a square. It's a Trix. Two numbers that multiply to give me 10 that subtract because of that minus to give me a 3. 1 and 10 when they subtract give me 9. 2 and 5 when they subtract give me 3. So that's it. It's going to be 2 and 5. Now to make my signs correct, I need a negative in the middle. So to make a negative in the middle, the bigger one has to be negative. So minus 5 plus 2. Now you have two baby equations. N plus 2 equals 0. N minus 5 equals 0. Solve each one. If n plus 2 equals 0, I subtract 2 from this side, I subtract 2 from that side, and I get n equals negative 2. Here, I add 5 to this side, and they cancel. I add 5 to that side, and I get n equals 5. So I put them in brackets. And now I want to show you how an easy way to check it on your calculator. So let me grab my calculator. And I'm going to show you an easy way to check it on your TI. I'll darken up the screen a little bit so you can see it a little better. Okay. So we're going to check our negative 2. So we type negative 2. Then we hit the store button, which is right above the on. It says STO. Hit that. And a little arrow will appear on your screen. Then we're going to use X instead of N because it has the easiest button to access. Right here next to the alpha button, next to the green button, or whatever color it is on your calculator, hit the X button, and now hit enter, and your screen will say negative 2, because what you just did was you stored negative 2 as the value of X. Now, type in this equation, the left-hand side, using X instead of N. So X, and right here's the squared button, 2 down from the math button, X squared minus 3X minus 14, hit enter, and it says negative 4. What should it have said? Negative 4. So I know my answer's correct. Now I want to check the other answer, which was 5. Okay, so I do 5, store as X, and hit enter. Now your calculator thinks now that X is 5. I want to calculate this same thing. Okay, if you've got one of the newer calculators, you can just go up until it's highlighted and hit enter. It'll type it again on the screen. It's now using 5. It uses the last one you put in. So I hit enter, and sure enough it says negative 4. Now just to prove it won't say negative 4 for everything, I'm going to do an incorrect answer. Suppose over here, instead of negative 2, I accidentally put positive 2. So 2, store as X. Now if you're using, and I'll show you in a minute how to do it if you're using one of the older calculators that won't let you arrow up. So I arrow up until X squared minus 3X minus 4 is highlighted. I hit enter. It appears on my screen again. Now this time it thinks X is 2. And it doesn't come out to be 4, or negative 4. It comes out to be negative 16. Okay. If you're using one of the slightly older ones, so let me show you how you do it on one of these. Okay. So let's start by doing the correct one. Negative 2. Here's the store button. Store as X. You want that button right there that says XT alpha N. That's the variable button. Okay. And when you do that, you can't see it over here because, here, I'll hold it up. I'm trying not to get the glare. So it knows negative 2. So now I'm going to type the left-hand side of the equation using an x. X squared minus 3x minus 14, and I hit enter, and it says -4, which is correct. Now I want to test the other one, which is a +5. So +5 store as x. Okay, now this is not one of the new ones, so I can't just arrow up, but I can use second and the enter key, and it will let me back up entries. So second and enter once, it backs up to the last thing. Second and enter twice, backs up to the next to the last thing. I hit enter, and it works it out, and it shows -4, which was correct. Now let's do an incorrect answer. Let's put in 10. 10 store as x. We know 10's a wrong answer. I want to get this line without typing it again, so I do second enter once. Now don't hit enter again. If you hit enter, you activate it. That's not the one I want, so second enter again. That's the one I want. I hit enter to activate it, and when x is 10, you get 56. You do not get -4, so that is not the correct answer. I'm going to have to pause this video